guys stop clapping quick. Wow. I think I got to that step. You guys were like, just fucking start. Again, for Christ's sakes. Make a ton of noise for Chris, for Hunter, for Kenny, Alexa, Dave. Got them all. Oh, man. Yeah, I love Janesville, man. Has anyone seen me before here?
Yeah.
That might be the saddest shit that's happened. I've been here like 3 times. I was like, oh man, it's like sold out. I was like, wow, I'm really making an impact around here. One guy was like, I liked you. He was probably like, I came by accident. I didn't even know you were going to be here. I'm not happy about it, if I'm being honest. I like Janesville. I love this. This is the best, I don't know, this is the best comedy club in a strange office park. Woo! In America, for sure. Bar none. Easily. I'm 43. Is anybody in their 40s here? Yeah. You like it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't have to be a town hall. I'm gonna move along. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. I don't care about anything anymore. It's so freeing. My wife uses her vibrator after sex. I'm basically the warm-up act for her line. I'm like, that was a great show. She's like, who's ready for your headliner? You okay? Even going on. I don't know. Fuck it, yeah, man, let it out. You laugh like a spooky ghost. This house is not safe. I'm going off you. I'm not off them. You got the right idea. I've watched you guys all show. You're a little timid. Cody made you a little nervous, and then you never recovered. You got a little tight. That's the Janesville chuckle. That's what it's known as, all right? It's weird. You're out of towners. You don't know Janesville like I do, and the one guy who saw me once. Janesville chuckle. And you look like fools for not doing it. Thank you very much. It's contagious. This could be the whole show. I don't really care. I've got a bunch of material that I've said a lot, so I've never had that kind of evening though. Your timing is impeccable. It's like unbelievable. Like she just sits on it and she's like, I can't even do it. It's so guttural and animal-like. It's like a goat on the internet. Can anyone else try to mimic it? Does anyone else want to take a shot at the Janesville chuckle? I heard something from over here. No, that's a full-on snort. That wasn't it. But I applaud your inclusion into this. I like that. Yeah, my wife, her vibrator. Wow, that was like an hour ago. Whoa. I don't mind, I really don't. Like when I was younger, that's when I had more dumb guy pride, you know? I'd be like, a vibrator is an indictment of my manhood. And then when I see a vibrator, it's like FEMA showing up for disaster relief. It's like so grateful. I'm like, this is the problem area. to be localized. It's got a lot of flaps. Don't you dare. Don't pull back on me. You came to a comedy show in an office park. Act like it. Don't do that. I know it's 7 o'clock or whatever, but like, please. I feel like I've learned more about sex as I've gotten older. Like, I learned when she has an orgasm, it's got nothing to do with me. I mean, I'm there, but that's about it. You can tell by how we finish. For me, I look right at her. My eyes are wide open. She does the exact opposite. Closes her eyes, removes herself from the present. Where she goes, nobody knows. Some are cold, she's always shivering. I think it's the upside down. I really do. I always think she's gonna come back and tell me a secret she learned upon arrival. Like, I'll be like, was it good for you? She's like, well, I know who killed John Bonet. Man. Is anybody else in financial ruin? I did not think I'd be this poor. And there's zero story to go with my poverty. Just illusion. People are like, what happened? No prison? Meth? I'm like, nah, I just believed in myself. Too hard, I guess. This is the other thing. So my mom is 80. She's retired. She has no savings. And I'm an only child. And I make the kind of salary that most 11-year-olds would call an allowance. And my wife and I were thinking about having a kid, and that's the rub with my generation. We can't afford to have a family and take care of our parents. They're both financial drains, but at least kids pay you back in joy. 80-year-olds offer no quid pro quo. You know, like, it's tough, but when she says Oriental at a restaurant, it's all worth it. Don't you do it. Don't. And now all my stand-up has to go on social media. I just live at the mercy of Gen Z. I never met a group of people that care so much about their own mental health. Nobody else's. Remarkable. Just film themselves having a bad day and they're like, my trauma is valid. They film other people having a bad day and they're like, this bitch about to lose her job. I put up a clip the other day. Somebody immediately commented, oh, he looks like a young Jeffrey Epstein. I know, but once you see it though, you're like, they kind of nailed it. I wasn't mad at that in the least. I thought it was hilarious. But then somebody commented underneath, they were like, young, question mark? I know. Very upsetting. But that's social media. It's just someone saying the meanest thing, and then somebody else tagging it with a meaner thing. Just like, he resembles a famous pedophile. Yeah, but not in their prime. No, absolutely not. I should have known life as an adult was going to be tough. Do you remember the first adult to teach you being one was going to be rough? I remember I was a kid, my uncle gave me a sip of beer. I was like, this is gross. He was like, it's my favorite thing. I was like, damn, that's how hard it is to be a grown-up? It makes poison seem delicious? That is why you can eat healthier as you get older. Life is worse comparably. Yeah, of course as a kid, broccoli sucks. Everything's great. Now, I'll eat kale. What do I care? Yeah. Tastes better than being cheated on. Yes, let it out, Janesville. Let out the pain that's been locked inside of you. Let out those Janesville chuckles. I know they're hidden deep somewhere in your marrow. I grew up in Jersey. These were all the adults in my house. This was everybody. It was me, my mom, my grandma, my great-grandma, my aunt. Then we just had a guy who lived in our family room named John. They called him the tenant. And I felt horrible. He had no door, no curtain, zero privacy. I would just observe him like Jane Goodall in The Gypsy. And nobody in my family would talk to him but me. Every day he'd be like, how's school, Anthony? I'd be like, oh, it's going great, John. But then he was like someone who's more committed than you are in a relationship. He'd be like, I love you, Anthony. I'd be like, we're not there, tenant. And my grandma hated him because he had all the food in our fridge. So she marked everything with little yellow Post-it notes, not for John. So I never think anything of it. Then first grade, I have a friend come over for the first time ever, also named John. Goes to the fridge to get a Yoo-hoo, sees a wall of Post-it notes that all say, not for John. He turns to me, he's like, why does your family hate me? And I was like, no, that's for the tenant. He was like, what's a tenant? I was like, the man I observe. So then later on that night, I asked my mom, I was like, why do we call the guy in the living room the tenant? She was like, are you serious? We're kidding. You think he's a real tenant? I was like, yeah, I'm 7. I don't just know sarcasm, and you're my mom. Who is he? She goes, that's your grandfather. I swear to God, this is all true, by the way. I'm not making any stuff. So this is what happened. 15 years before I was born, he cheats on my grandmother. She never forgives him. Vindictive Italian woman. Riddled with arthritis. Can't grab a fork, but can hold a grudge.
For her.
All right, enough. Would not spend money on a divorce. Wouldn't let him sleep in the bedroom with her. Banishes him to the living room. He has to live like a zoo animal. His whole family can't eat any of the food in the fridge he paid for. And then I came along, but nobody looped either one of us in. That was a fun little bit. He doesn't know he's the tenant. I don't know that's my grandfather. So every day he's like, I love you, Anthony. And I'm like, back off, John. Just completely altered my perception of marriage. People be like, what's the worst that can happen? You stay together or get divorced. I'd be like, there is a third thing. It's out there. Yeah, no, my family, they're a strange bunch. Like my mom, yeah, she raised me as a single mom. I always want to feel like a proud son. I'll tell you this though, I want to tell you this before. So yeah, my grandmother lived with us, like I said. And she used to drive me to school in the morning, and she would shower while I ate breakfast. But most days she would forget her bath towel. Yeah. Yes. She would just sprint from the bathroom to her bedroom, naked, top speed, not fast. To this day, I could paint her. Of course, I turned out to be a traveling clown. You're supposed to start your day as a kid by taking the nude form of an elderly woman, and then not have a sibling to turn to be like, what the fuck? I can't fall asleep without pills. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, like I said, my mom raised me as a single mom. I always want to feel like a proud son, but she doesn't know how to request a favor without insulting me. The other day she goes, if you ever make it, I was like, not a great start. And she was like, don't worry, I don't want a house or a car. I was like, don't worry, that's not on the table. The table is not on the table for you. And then she threw a curveball. She goes, I want breast implants. I know, man. I never get to feel like a proud son. My friends go on social media, take pictures, like, I got my mom a condo. I gotta be like, wait till you see Joanne's rack. You're gonna flip. They're aggressive. I did go too big. People think she's from Tampa. And I looked into it. They're very expensive. And she tried to justify the cost. She was like, well, maybe I'll meet a rich man. I was like, you're 80. Getting elective surgery. Next man you meet is God. I know that joke is not for everybody. My mom especially is like, I wish you would take that out of your act. I'm like, well, it is paying for your tits. You gotta pick a street. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm a good son. But I am doing one at a time. She's a good girl, her favorite side. That's it. Sit back down. She just has no boundaries at all. There's another thing she said to me. She goes, well, I think it's because I'm entering my whore era. Mind you, this is the same woman who fell twice last year. You can't be in these streets if you can't walk on them. I get it, it's unsettling. I'm in the room too. But you gotta admit though, it's still a better pivot than most elderly moms. Other ones are like, Trump is saving America. Mine's like, I am fucking my way to the grave. Very, very weird time in the country right now. Like, we don't know if we're gonna make it through these 4 years with him. But man, if we do, it is gonna sound wild upon reflection. People are gonna be like, how was 2026? We'll be like, well, at some point things were so bleak, we're looking at Epstein files for hope. It's like, fingers crossed he fucked a kid. I think it'll end all this. There it is. I knew it would rear its beautiful face once again upon us. Man, you have saved the show. Because it's like an inhale and an exhale at the same time. It's like a hermaphroditic laugh. It's incredible, man. Doctors should study your diaphragm system or whatever. I don't know what it's all about. That's awesome. What's your name? What if it's just that? What if that's her name? She's just been trying to say her name the whole time. And I'm an asshole making fun of her. She's like, I'm Sarah, I'm Sarah, I'm Sarah. Just want you to know. Is that your wife?
That's my bride.
Did you know she had this octave inside her?
I did.
Yeah. Are you hesitant to take her to comedy shows because of that? Yeah. Okay. I would imagine. It's a gift though, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, I mean this is going really well, but like if it wasn't, it's like, thank God, you know what I mean? Like I would Venmo her after this. What is your name, ma'am? Andy? And what is, oh, the bride, she's back. Oh.
I'll answer for her, Hilda.
Hilda? They make Hildas? Still? And they look like you. Are you one of those Argentine Germans? Who do you want to do though? Hilda, man. Whenever, I'm back in town, free for you. Forever. Nathan, you can make that happen? Do not apologize. 1 second. I'll buy you guys drinks after the show. You maybe had a remarkable time up here. Thank you very much. Anyway, Trump. Everyone's favorite subject. I do, well, yeah, like, there's a silver lining from the whole thing. It's not worth it, obviously. But him holding the office that he does and being implicated in the files, it has morally loosened the laces for us. What I used to consider dubious now is fine. If the president is dabbling in human trafficking, I'm listening to Kanye again. It's over. Are you crazy? I mean, look, not Shabbat or the high holidays, but, you know, it's a Wednesday and I'm in my car, I'm like, no one man should have all this power. Oh, Hilda, you have a secondary laugh as well. Wow, you're not just a one-tool player. This is good to know. You got range. Hit him with the heater, though. Don't abandon what got you through the door, obviously. You know? You see Tom Jones, you want to hear What's New Pussycat. Respect it. So deep. Hilda, she does usually come in threes. It's like a mob hit.
One more time.
You gotta let it happen. Don't push it, all right? You gotta let it happen naturally. I know it's. I'll say a nice thing. Trunk's your guy. You gotta admit, he has legitimized wearing a hat with a suit. I mean, the guy dresses like a lottery pick. It's pretty outstanding. I just think his rhetoric towards migrants must be confusing for certain groups. That's all. Whenever he's like, they're raping our women, taking our jobs. White guys getting out of college must be like, why do they keep calling us immigrants? That's crazy as shit. I'm Bradley. I don't get it. What I love about him dearly is that he's doing things the founding fathers didn't think they had to put in the Constitution. These are men who owned slaves, and they were like, we didn't see this asshole coming. It's unbelievable. Oh, man. I love it. I'm liberal, obviously. But, you know, we suck too, though. Especially leftist corporations. They always try to do good, but they forget how detached they are as corporations. Starbucks, a few years ago, to fight racism, ran a campaign encouraging customers to talk to baristas about race. Yeah, man, I'm sure their employees were thrilled. They're like, no, we didn't want higher wages. We want to be a sounding board for the mentally ill. Just anyone could walk up to us like, hey man, let me get a coffee with cream. Speaking of cream, you like Puerto Ricans? And I don't dislike conservatives. It's just, they're less creative. Like, they're like a TV network that's out of ideas. They're like, we gotta reboot Jim Crow. Say what you want about liberals. Like, at least we got fresh concepts. They're not good, but they're new. They're like, replace all cops with social workers. They're like, that is not gonna work. But I will be tuning in. A therapist on a crime scene? She's like, put down the knife, pick up the phone, call your dad. He's who you want to stab. Especially too, man, with climate change. Like, because my wife and I, we were thinking about having a kid, like I said. I live in New York City. Everybody that I tell that to, they're like, it's irresponsible to bring a child into this world. It's like, man, fuck off. You don't know my child. Maybe they'd thrive in that post-apocalyptic landscape. Some little machete warlord I can't control. Other parents like, my kid got straight A's. I'm like, Frederick is siphoning gas at 4th grade level. Nobody sucks like my boy.
Today I was like,
But I get it. The moment feels urgent. The environment. And does anyone else feel like they'd be doing more to stop the end of the world? I really thought I would be rising to the occasion. I am mainly watching Hulu and worrying. I notice I care more during a Marvel movie than real life. Still watching Endgame, I'm like, I would do anything to help the Avengers thwart Thanos from destroying our planet. And someone's like, hey, can you sort trash into a third bin? I'm like, when is enough for you people? Honestly. I do have shows to watch. But I will say, living in New York City has taught me gay guys are the best, that is for sure.
Woo!
Two people like, yeah. What'd you say?
Yes, free drinks.
Free drinks? What does that mean? Did you just offer me a sexual favor? Is that like a Wisconsin code I didn't understand? And I'm now just dwindling up here like an idiot? And you guys are like, holy shit, it's about to go down. Now, man, wherever they go, they make everywhere so much more aesthetically pleasing. I think it's because there's nothing dirtier than a man's asshole. So, for them to do what they love to do with one, they have to meticulously clean and scrub their own. And if you're used to turning an asshole into a vagina, you can make a house into a home. Those didn't follow along all the way. Alright, we'll do something lighter. Abortions. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. I need gender trust, hear me out. Well, it's going to unite the room. I know you don't think so right now, but it will. On both sides, it really will. I just believe more in a woman's right to have dominion over her body than I do think an embryo is a life. But I also don't think anyone's truly alive until they've come. So, I don't see most women as people. Ride the wave. Just ride the wave. Ride it. Hilda's like, I can't make the noise. I can't make the noise. You guys are fun. You're strange. I like it. Tense at times for no reason, but this is it's a very fun job, man. I don't really have fans. I know, I got you, Hilda. For life. Yeah, we got one more. This is a good man right here. But no, it's mainly other comedians that are like, you're one of the best. And, you know, critics, most people, everyone on Reddit's like, we don't see it. I'm okay with it, but it is tough to feel like a good comedian in some of the places that I do comedy. So to make ends meet, recently, I've been doing cruises. That is where my career is at. They'll no longer have me on land. But they're fascinating though, because there are contemplative moments, you know, you're overlooking the ocean, a breeze blows by, and you're like, that's pretty cool. And then a guy will walk by in a hat that says, I like eating ass. And you're like, I'm gonna make some changes. But one of the shows you have to do is PG clean on the boat, because kids are allowed. So I do my first ever PG show. It's mainly adults, but there are a bunch of kids in the front row. They immediately raise their hands because they want to tell their own jokes. And I let them. And what I didn't realize is comedy, man, we use comedy at all stages of life to process our fears. Kids are most afraid of losing their parents. They exclusively told orphan jokes, and they were bombing. Also because kids don't understand joke structure. They'd be like, what's the difference between an orphan and a regular kid? I'd be like, what? They'd be like, well, a regular kid has parents. I'd be like, right, not really a punchline, more of a hard truth. So, after about 10 minutes of exclusively orphan-based material, the crowd is getting restless. And then one couple, an older couple, just storms off in a huff. In general, I do not understand people who have no empathy for children. Like, after the show, the audio tech goes, I hate kids. They're so uncultured. It's like you're the sound guy on a cruise ship. You cue up Thunderstruck for magicians. This isn't Carnegie Hall. You left him jealous. So. But then this younger woman who'd been seated next to the older couple, she goes, "I'm so sorry. Those are my parents. They probably were offended because they were adopted and they're orphans." I know, Hilda, it is very uncomfortable. I didn't know what to do as a comedian, and then this kid Bo goes, "Some people can't handle jokes." I was like, that's incredible. So then this little girl raises her hand and she goes, "I have a math joke." Part of me thought she was gonna be like, "How many orphans does it take to start?" But I was like, all right, that is great. We do need a palate cleanser. And then she goes, "Why were the numbers 8 and 12 so scared?" I was like, "Why?" She goes, "Because they were so close to 9/11. And thunderous boos rained down upon her. I tried to help. I was like, that is actually an excellent 9/11 joke because none of us saw that coming. God, I'm back, Hilda. But yeah, no, it's the most fun job in the world. The only problem is like doing comedy, you will sell yourself out to get fans. A few years ago, I was doing this podcast, super popular, could have been a game changer for me. First half hour, I had nothing for the conversation. I hadn't talked. One of the comics talking about stealing, never stole. Another comic talking about being Puerto Rican, never stole. Come on, we're having fun, it's Janesville. So I was like, all right, whatever comes up, I have to get in there. And then the host goes, "What's the weirdest thing anyone's ever masturbated with?" And I was like, now's my time. This is true. Before I was born, my mom had breast cancer, so she had a single mastectomy. So for a little while, she only had one boob. So she had this like fake boob thing in the house. Don't jump ahead. Live in the moment. Go to your breath if you have to. I didn't know what it was when I was a kid. I used to wear it on my head and dance around. I called it my swishy hat. And the neighbors would come and throw change, and we'd make rent. We were a family. One time when I was a teenager, I was watching Cinemax, I got horny. I went to my mom's cabinet, I grabbed my squishy hat, I wrapped it around my penis to use the lubricant until life finds a way. Oh, you don't like hearing it? I don't like saying it. We're even, alright? This isn't a banner moment for me. I'm disgraced in front of Hilda and the rest. But, cut back to the podcast. This is the only thing I said after a half hour of not talking. And I thought it was going to crush. Instead, stunning, remarkable silence. Nobody says a word. One of the comics just goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" The other comic goes, "I don't feel safe." Then the host goes, "You should never say that to anyone, ever again." And it kind of hit me in that moment. I was like, man, not only did I do a bad thing, I made it infinitely worse. What is more horrific? Jerking off with your mom's fake cancer boob? Or being like, "I hope this gets my name out there." We don't. Yeah, you guys have been wonderful, man. And I think Jenny and Alexa obviously is selling her butt crack shirt. And I think Jenny is selling stickers as well. And just give money to them and choose between them and make it for everybody if you can. And honestly, man, comics, national headliners such as myself. We love playing this room. It is a great fucking room, and you have it right in your backyard. So keep supporting this space. Even though Nathan is a terrible man, and he's on many lists, but find it in your heart to keep supporting him. This is very cool, and I'm a big fan of James. All right, I'll leave you on a little bit. This is the last day job I had before I was a full-time comic. I used to work in the Apple store. It was like 15 years ago. And it taught me you can tell how mature you are as a person just by how you handle your internet security questions and your passwords. When I worked, I had an E-Trade account. One of my questions was, what's your dream occupation? I wrote sucking my own dick. But then a year went by, I forgot my password. And at the time, given that it's a stock account, the gravity of that, I had to call them up to retrieve it. Yeah. So, I'm on the phone with the operator, we're going through all the steps. She must have looked down at my answer. I could feel it hit her in her voice. She's like, what's your dream, Uncle? I had to be like, I didn't say sucking my own dick, did I? She was like, yeah, you did. Man, thank God I got it right. How much weirder would that have been?
Nope, that's not it.
She's like, what's your dream occupation? Like, did I say sucking my own dick? She's like, no, you wrote architect. You guys were awesome, man. Thank you.